Good morning. Well, it's drive time with Dave. I'm Dave, I'll be your driver. Today's not drive time. It's basketball Saturday morning. 8-year-old has a basketball game. So I was not asked to attend. I was told I was going by an 8-year-old. Everybody has a boss. Doesn't matter if you're a reseller, a dad, where you're at in life, there's always a boss. And when we're a reseller, our customers are our bosses. And we spend all of our time listening and working to make them happy, because without our customers, we don't have a business. And all of our employees will not have jobs. The things that I struggle to make my employees at work understand, when they want a shortcut, when they just want to trim a little, and it'll be fine, nobody will notice. Your customer notices. Everybody has an expectation, and every time you don't meet somebody's expectation, well, you get a negative feedback, you get a bad review, and things become a little more difficult. It's hard. We want to save money on packaging, all of our shipping supplies. You can buy some really cheap boxes and really cheap packing materials and cut corners. But I've found that it's easier just to spend that little bit of extra, and when the people get it, it feels better. Like we took the time to pack it nice, like we cared. Well, I do care. Unfortunately, a lot of my employees don't. The nature of the business. So I have to work hard to make sure my employees take the time and to put the care that they don't have into the products that belong to me, that cost me money, to sell to the customers that keep us in business. Things that some people, they can't, I won't say they can't, they have a hard time understanding. So in that hard time, I have to remind myself, if they understood better and I didn't have to watch so closely or work with them so closely, I might be working for them instead of the other way around. Because if they had a good understanding, they wouldn't be working for me, right? They would have that special, that drive, that determination, that special go-getter quality. I'm always hunting for a deal. I'm always looking. I'm always paying attention. Clearance items, anything on sale, yard sales. The Friday night auction up the street. I gotta say, those Friday night auctions have never treated me very well. I've gone to quite a few, and I've tried to buy stuff, and I gotta say, without me being able to walk right up and put my hands on it, and it just doesn't come out too good. It doesn't feel right. You get in the heat of the moment, those auctions, and you're bidding, you're like, I'm waving my little paddle. I'm here, hey, yeah, take my $20. And then at the end of it, you go over and you pick up your box, you're like, oh, this is what I paid $20 for. Weird how it looks so much better farther away. And then you're just out your $20. So always, just my experience, some of you may have really, really good luck doing that. Going to those little auction houses, sometimes you can get those really extremely super amazing, rare, vintage, collectible item that, man, I paid $20 for a whole box, and there was a a piece of depression glass in there, and that depression glass went for, you know, $150. Your whole trip's worth it. You know, any time, and I say it over and over, guys. Anytime you're making a profit, you're making a profit. I don't even attempt to make it sound good, because you're making money. That's it. Money, 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 money. That's it. Money, 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 money. I was just reading some of the wonderful. Oh my gosh, I forgot. What a way to! I don't even know what I'm doing here. Today is Saturday, January 28th. This will be webisode number 32. And I've done this 32 times. A lot of great comments. Great. And I enjoy it so much reading, you know, the stories, the things that you're talking about. Husbands and wives, wives and husbands. You know, one of them, subscriber was talking about they were going over their budget, how much money they had to spend to, you know, build up inventory and increase sales, and exponentially making dollar for dollar. At what point is enough? Well, in my 20 years experience, 20 plus, there was, as many times as I've thought about it, I'd say, wow, I'm making a lot of money, I'm doing really good. Along come baby number one. And when the baby came, my life changed. Now, a baby to me was different. That was a big deal, and people that have already had kids, they understand, so they could be past that hurdle. The new baby in your life that comes along could be, all of a sudden you've made enough extra money that you decided to get a boat. Well, I have a boat, and a boat is a hole in the water that you continuously throw money into and watch that money sink to the bottom. That's what a boat is. And I love my boat, and it's a shame I get to use my boat a couple of times a year. That's it. It sits in a marina. I pay my marina fee, and a couple of times a year my wife will be like, all right, let's take the kids out on the boat. And as much as I love going out on the boat, which I do very much, it's quite the production to get the 4 kids, and we get to the boat. The amount of stuff that we have. I make jokes with everybody. I'm just the pack mule. For you guys, I'm the driver. For my wife, I'm the pack mule. You just hang all your bags on me. My arms are just bag hooks. You just put all your stuff, and I carry the bags out to the boat. And then when I get on the boat, I'm the captain of the boat. I become the driver. I'm the safety coordinator. I'm the mechanic. I'm everything to everyone. That has become my role. And that should be your role, is just to become everything to everyone. I'm customer service. I'm operations. I'm shipping. I'm receiving. I'm processing. I'm material handling. I'm inventory control. I'm accounting. I'm bookkeeping. You end up wearing many, many, many hats when you go from being you and your wife, or your wife and you, to she's the boss, you're the boss. I include that. You go from that to, you got a nice resale operation, into the small business category. And I say that there's a little bit of a difference, because when you go from her and you and her, how many times can I make that joke, right? Into a nice sizable resale operation to a small business. When you make that jump and you go from calling yourself a reseller to a small business owner, it's because you've finally taken on the responsibility of an employee. And that is when everything starts changing. when I had my first baby, when I got my first employee, when I got my boat, when I got a second car, maybe when I got a second house, maybe when I got a rental property and I've now got tenants. Each of these things creates a small change. So all I preach to all my employees at work, because we're constantly changing. Constantly. Our processes, our procedures, everything that we do. Material handling has to change because different products come in as old products become obsolete. Sales start declining because there's a newer version. Last night I was on a wonderful Lindy Glenn's channel. I enjoy it very much. I like Lindy very, very much, and I want to see her succeed. And one of the questions come up about obsolete, and the differences in obsolete versus older technology. And I say this because, and this is just my belief from my understanding, my experience. Which would, in some cases I say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea. So when you're talking about older technology, iPads, iPods, that stuff sells. When you move into obsolete technology or obsolete products, the difference are, and I use the example, Bluetooth headphones. Last year's best, most amazing Bluetooth headphone this year will be wireless earbuds. So last year's wired, you know, the neck strap goes around, got your ears connected. I wouldn't personally continue bringing that material in. Some people say, oh, well, you know, that'll be an upgrade from people that were plugging in. And it will. But here's the other side. One of the top brands of Bluetooth headphones are Jabra. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Jabra Labs, right? They're very expensive Bluetooth headphones. So let's say they're going to become older technology, not obsolete, just older. So, you know, last year they were like $70, and now the wired from ear to ear are going to be, oh, let's say, I don't know, $10. So I go to look for new wireless earbuds, and these come up, and they're $10. But I can get the wireless earbuds that go in my ears for $20. You can make that decision. I know what I would do. What I'm doing, I'm buying the wireless earbuds. If I was buying an iPod or an iPad and I just didn't want to spend the premium for a new one, new version, I'd buy, you know, an iPad 4 with a Retina display, or I'd buy the first gen iPad Airs, and now we're at Air 2s, Air Pros. You got the big ginormous, I don't even know what they're called because they're so huge, iPad Professional or something, right? But then you're getting into a new piece in your house, which may require a new plug, it requires new power cable, it requires a different size case. Everything's not interchangeable. And that's important for me as a father of 4. So my children have taught me incredible lessons in interchangeability. And when I buy a product, the amount of accessories that I can get for that product, and when it moves from my 8-year-old to my 5-year-old, I just need to put a new case on it. Or how readily available are like screen replacements, because they break iPads. I'm not going to even try to cover that up. I mean, I'm like, that is not a stepping stool. You actually didn't gain any height by stepping on that iPad. I don't even know what you were doing. Some of the challenges that we face, but those challenges teach us lessons. We are all about learning and change. I'm Dave. This was not drive time. I'll see you soon.